Happy New Year, everyone! It's Fly from Rogue Coffee. For this new year, we are starting with our subscription video, and the coffee that we are doing today is our direct trade with a new partner from Myanmar. I actually have to take a look first because it's quite hard to pronounce. Shui Tang Tu coffee. This is from the village called Myin Kya Doe. So from the collections of village, we bought from two village, and this is the first one that we got to release. I thought that the new year, it's going to be good for us to revisit and not a new recipe, but my favorite recipe that I usually use for any new coffee that I get to brew. And for the new year, we're going to be using a new grinder as well. The newest EasyPresso hand grinder, the Q-Air, the lightest version of EasyPresso hand grinder. This one here has very similar burr as the Q2. It's still heptagonal, just very slightly different, and the quality is very similar to the Q2 grinder as well. Now the body is plastic, but that's for another video. Let's get going. So for this coffee here, we are going to be using 15 grams of coffee to 250 grams of water. My water at 92 degrees Celsius. And before we start, let me rinse the paper first. And we are using the Kona dripper today. All right. My grind setting is at 66 clicks, or around, it's 2.2 rotation. If you are using other hand grinder, for example, if you're using the K Ultra, you probably want to use around number 8 or so. And if you're using Comandante, I would recommend around 26 clicks. As this coffee is from Myanmar, you expect a little bit of that Southeast Asian characteristic, a little bit of earthiness, but it's quite floral. It's also quite fruity as well, a little bit of blueberry, a little bit of melon. Now the team, when we cupped this coffee, we got quite a bit of cherry, white plum, macadamia on the finish, caramel on the sweetness, and gentle floral that you will get. For our brewing recipe today, again, we're doing 15 grams of coffee to 250 grams of water. We're gonna do 45 gram bloom, then go up to 150, then 250. Really easy recipe. And we are gonna bloom for 45 seconds. Now this coffee variety is red Catuai, mainly, and there's going to be a little bit of local varieties that got mixed in as well. And it's come from one village, and it's not a day lot, this is a village lot. So what they do is that the whole village that grow coffee, they take coffee into this almost like a washing station, but it's a drying station because it's all natural. And after the coffee are collected at the end of the season, then they get milled together at the same time. So it's more like a collections of coffee from the village. Very similar to Ethiopia where they do washing station. Okay, and at around 120, we're gonna add our water to 250. And we are gonna add slowly and be gentle with your water. Perfect. And your total brew time should be just above 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes and 15. The goal today is to have a lighter style of cup because the coffee is quite heavy. So by using this recipe, grinding slightly a little coarser, it's really helped tone down that earthiness that this coffee may have. Now if you love a lot of like earthy coffee, then this coffee is definitely for you. You can push the extractions a little bit more and you're gonna get that nuttiness, that earthiness that this coffee also has. All right. We are at 2 minutes or so. Lovely color. Caramel, floral, so it smells already quite sweet. And we are using the Orea Sense cup. Perfect. All right, cheers everyone. As I expect with this recipe and not pushing the extraction too much, I get a lot of that white peach, white plum, stone fruit that come through, sweet like caramel, a little bit of earthiness, macadamia, nuttiness on the finish. Not too much cherry for me for this one. I think for cherry you have to push the extraction a little bit more. It's also going to show up more if you use this on espresso as well. Now if you are going to be enjoying this coffee on espresso, I recommend doing 19 grams in and going to keep it a little tighter at around 38 grams out at about 25 to 30 seconds. And we actually also try it with milk as well. Really lovely. It's really good with milk, with even larger milk like latte, 10 ounce, 12 ounce. And this coffee is just really nice. Once it cools down, the stone fruit coming out a little bit more. I also get some grapes, nectarine, and guava coming out too. Really enjoyable. And since it's New Year, let me share this coffee too. Right, Dave?
Happy New Year.
Cheers, Happy New Year. Let us know how it tastes, because you never know, it could be terrible.
Very, very lovely. Very lovely. Lots of plum. A little surprising. Lots of plum coming through. Very clean for. Yeah.
Right, we hope you enjoy it.